Explosion on the pitch. Rodrigo, Real Madrid's Brazilian lightning rod, finally broke his silence and spoke openly about his future at the club. And it wasn't just any statement. It was the kind that made the Bernabeu stop, take a deep breath, and pay attention. The eyes of all Madrid fans turned to him. The question on every Real Madrid fan's mind: will Rodrigo leave or stay? Amid Premier League rumors, a lack of playing time, and coaching changes, the situation has become murky. But now, cloud is lifting. The answer is here, from the number 11 himself. The moment is delicate. The squad is more competitive than ever. The pressure for results, the new reinforcements, and the need to assert himself within Xabi Alonso's system make everything even more uncertain. But the Brazilian decided he wouldn't wait any longer. He spoke, with clarity and passion. But before we get into what exactly Rodrigo said, and what it means, I need to ask you, have you subscribed to this channel yet? Have you turned on the notification bell? Because if you're a true Madrid fan, this is the place for you. Here, the information arrives first, with the spirit of the stands and the white blood in your eyes. Like the video, comment on what you thought of Rodrigo's comment, and send it to that friend who lives for La Liga, the Champions League, and transfer rumors. Because if there's one channel that breathes Real Madrid 24/7, it's this one. And you're part of that fan base. This video will take you.
If your heart skips a beat when Real Madrid takes the field, then this channel is for you. Here you'll find breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and unbridled excitement, straight from Valdebebas to your headphones. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Because here we live every second as if it were a Champions League final. We're all Madridistas, and together
straight
we'll go
into the
further.
locker room, onto the
Let's
Valdebebas
go.
pitch, and behind the scenes of a decision that could change the course of the season. It's no exaggeration. What Rodrigo said affects the squad, the board, and most importantly, the fans. So, take a deep breath and hold on tight, because the truth is about to explode. And he's the one bringing it. Rodrigo Silva de Goes, straight from the heart of Real Madrid. The season has begun with a new atmosphere at the Santiago Bernabeu. Xabi Alonso, a local legend, is now in charge of shaping a new Real Madrid. And in this new project, established names need to prove more than ever that they still have a guaranteed place. Rodrigo, once the hero of magical Champions League nights, is now experiencing a moment of reevaluation. He didn't start in the La Liga opener, and this set off alarm bells in every fan's mind. What's happening to our number 11? With the arrival of Mbappe, the consolidation of Bellingham as an attacking unstoppable brilliance and of Vinny Jr., Rodrigo's position has become tighter. It's not that he's lost value. It's just that the bar has now risen, and so has the competition. The Spanish newspapers were unforgiving. They commented, analyzed, and speculated. Some said he was being left aside, others that Xabi Alonso still doesn't understand him. The fact is, the preseason was disappointing for him, and the Club World Cup was frustrating. Rodrigo saw players with fewer minutes Diaz,
gained
for
ground.
example, took off.
Brahim
And the Brazilian, accustomed to shining in big games, seemed out of place. The fans began to wonder, could we be seeing the beginning of the end? But the board still believes in him. This is evident behind the scenes. Internally, no one wants to let go of Rodrigo. The idea has always been to give him time, to make adjustments. The problem is, time is a luxury Real Madrid rarely has. And in this climate of pressure, expectation, and competition, Rodrigo decided to.
If your heart skips a beat when Real Madrid takes the field, then this channel is for you. Here you'll find breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and unbridled excitement, straight from Valdebebas to your headphones. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Because here we live every second as if it were a Champions League final. We're all Madridistas, and together we'll go further. Let's go.
Break the silence. He needed to speak out. He needed to bring the truth to the table. And that's what he did. Rodrigo Silva de Goes isn't just another player. He's a symbol of a generation. A Brazilian who, at 18, entered the Bernabeu and dazzled with his coolness and talent. He scored decisive goals, provided magical assists, and was a hero in historic comebacks. But now, all of that seems to be forgotten. What he's experiencing today is a crossroads, a moment where he must choose between the comfort of past idolatry and the pain of reinvention. The Rodrigo who enchanted the world needs to re-emerge, or accept that he may be a negotiable piece. Sources close to the player say he's unhappy about the situation. He doesn't want to leave, but he also won't accept being a bit player. He loves the club, but knows he needs to play. A player lives for the field, for goals, for fans chanting his name, and that's been sorely missed. Last Sunday, Rodrigo surprised everyone by starting against Real Oviedo. He played on the left, his favorite position. Was it a gift from Xabi, a final test, or a disguised farewell? The truth is, no one knows for sure. But after the game, the most anticipated moment arrived. Rodrigo spoke. No fluff, no clichés. His heart was open. I'm very happy at Real Madrid. Unfortunately, this start to the season hasn't been what I expected. But I want to stay. And the final line that left everyone in doubt. I want to be here as long as I'm important to the...
When Real Madrid takes the field, then this channel is for you. Here you'll find breaking news, behind-the-scenes stories, and unbridled excitement, straight from Valdebebas to your headphones. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. Because here we live every second as if it were a Champions League final. We're all Madridistas, and together we'll go further.
This line divided fans, journalists, and analysts. Is it a phrase of love, or a warning that he might leave? The truth is that for the first time, Rodrigo showed his vulnerability, his desire to stay, but also his emotional limits. He wants to be useful. He wants to be needed. He wants to be Real Madrid, for real. Rodrigo is an impactful player. When he's on point, the game changes. His ball control is refined, his dribbling speed is sharp, and his finishing is ice cold. Decided huge matches. He's already turned matches around for Real Madrid. He's a Champions League player, a player who thrives on big nights. But lately, his presence on the pitch has been muted. The problem isn't technical. The talent is there. But there's a lack of rhythm, a lack of consistency, a lack of confidence. Rodrigo needs to feel like a protagonist to perform. And in recent months, that confidence has been fading. When he comes on, he seems anxious, under pressure, as if he wants to solve everything in one touch. Tactically, he also faces challenges. Xabi Alonso's system demands total intensity, quick recovery, and high marking. Rodrigo, who is more intuitive and creative, needs to adapt to a more mechanical, positional style. This is taking time. And in the meantime, other players have blossomed. Brahim, for example, is enjoying the best moment of his career. Mbappé arrived as a regular starter. Vinny Jr. is still in the lineup. And Bellingham is now the dominant. There's little room left, and a lot of expectations for Rodrigo. But there's hope. Inside sources say Xabi still has faith in him, that he believes in his potential. But he wants more intensity, more defensive commitment, more consistency. Rodrigo needs to prove, in training, in the game, in the locker room, that he can still be decisive. The good news? He has everything it takes. He has technique, charisma, and a connection with the fans. He just needs to rediscover his confidence. That same thread that guided him to the goals against City, Bayern, and Chelsea. He knows the path. He just needs to find it again. And the fans feel it. When Rodrigo gets the ball, there's a hush of anticipation. A collective sigh. Because everyone knows, if he returns to his former self, no one will take him off the team. And of course, amid this turmoil, the market has already become agitated. Rodrigo's absence from the bench in the first round of La Liga was enough for the Premier League. Sharks to start circling. Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham, and especially Manchester City, are all keeping an eye on him. City, in fact, is the closest to making a real move. Sources close to the English board say the club is waiting to close the sale of Chinho to make room, and funds, to pursue Rodrigo. The deal isn't easy, but it's being seriously considered. Real Madrid, on the other hand, remains firm. They don't want to sell. But they've already set a price, above $90 million, and the door could open. The board sees Rodrigo as a valuable asset, but understands he can't be left unsatisfied in the squad. The player's staff has already received inquiries, but no formal offer has arrived yet. Rodrigo, for now, remains focused on the club. But he made it clear that, if it's not important, he's willing to listen to new possibilities, not out of resentment, but out of ambition. This stance drew attention. It's rare. Players typically avoid this kind of candor. But Rodrigo was transparent, and this generated a cascade of reactions in the Spanish, English, and Brazilian press. Everyone wants to know, what will be the next step? Some more sensationalist journalists even said he has one foot out. But more reliable sources, like Fabrizio Romano, approach everything cautiously. There's no rush, there's no fight, just a dilemma. Stay to fight or go out to shine?